A 17-year-old boy named Daniel lived in a small town in Texas, where life was simple but dreams were often small. Unlike his classmates, who aimed to become doctors, teachers, or engineers, Daniel carried a vision of owning a business one day. He imagined creating jobs, building something meaningful, and leaving a mark on the world. His parents, however, had other plans. They wanted him to choose a safe path, one that would bring steady income and social respect. Every night, Daniel lay awake wondering if he was brave enough to chase his own path instead of theirs. Family discussions slowly turned into arguments. His father constantly repeated that medicine would secure his future, while his mother insisted that stability mattered more than dreams. Even his close friends began advising him to stop thinking about business, calling it too risky. Their words created a storm inside him. Daniel started doubting himself, questioning whether his dream was too far-fetched. The pressure made him feel trapped in a life designed by others. Each day, the thought of abandoning his passion made his heart heavier, yet somewhere deep down, he still hoped for a chance to break free. One evening, Daniel attended a talk at his school where a young entrepreneur shared his journey of success. The speaker said something that struck him deeply. "The worst mistake is living a life that isn't yours." Those words echoed in his mind long after the event ended. Daniel walked home in silence, replaying them over and over. That night, he realized he had been ignoring his true calling just to satisfy the expectations of others. It wasn't easy to admit, but he knew that if he didn't take a stand now, he might regret it for the rest of his life. Daniel decided to start quietly. Late at night, while everyone slept, he began reading books about business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. He browsed free courses, studied small online ventures, and filled a notebook with potential ideas. He even started saving small amounts of money for a future project, though he didn't yet know what form it would take. This was his first step towards independence, silent, secret, but powerful. It felt like planting a seed in darkness, hoping it would one day break through the soil and reach the light. For the first time in months, he felt a spark of hope. When his parents discovered his growing interest in business, they were upset. They warned him about failure, saying that business is full of losses and broken dreams. Friends teased him, calling him unrealistic. Some even laughed at his plans. Daniel felt the weight of their doubt, but instead of surrendering, he used their criticism as fuel. Every warning, every insult pushed him to work harder. He told himself that success never comes without resistance. Deep inside, he believed that no dream was too big if one had the courage to start, even when no one else believed in it. After months of preparation, Daniel finally launched a small online shop selling locally made crafts. The first few weeks were tough. Barely any orders came in, and sometimes none at all. Still, he refused to quit. He promoted his shop on social media, adjusted his prices, and kept improving his approach. Then one morning, he received his very first sale. It wasn't much, but it felt like the world had given him a sign. That little profit was more than money. It was proof that his dream was possible, that his late nights and quiet efforts were not in vain. With each passing month, Daniel's business started to grow. He learned the basics of online advertising, expanded his product selection, and slowly began earning steady profits. People who once mocked him started admiring his persistence. His parents, though still cautious, began noticing the confidence in his voice and the light in his eyes. The turning point came when a local influencer promoted his shop, bringing in a wave of new customers. For the first time, Daniel felt like he was stepping into the future he had imagined, one built on his choices, not on anyone else's plans. Years later, Daniel became a successful entrepreneur, running multiple online businesses and supporting his community. The same boy who once felt trapped under expectations now lived life on his own terms. His path had been filled with struggles, sleepless nights, and failures, but each challenge taught him something valuable. Looking back, he realized his greatest victory was not the money or the fame, but the courage to stop living someone else's life. His story inspired many young dreamers, proving that true success begins the moment you decide to follow your own vision, no matter how impossible it seems.